Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you would never ask, Heidi. Why are you laughing at me over there? Is it because my glasses look goofy?
No.
I lost my reading glasses, so I'm wearing these other reading glasses, and I feel like an idiot. Do they look as dumb as I feel like they look?
They're a little small.
I know. I feel like Mr. Potato Head right now.
It's like Mr.
It's
Potato.
like, where did these come from? Are these even my glasses? No idea. Today is National Barbie Day.
I love Barbie.
Yeah, National Crab Meat Day. National Get It Over Day. Oh, I'm sorry, Get Over It Day. I was thinking something else.
Okay.
National Get Over It Day. National Meatball Day. And National Registered Dietitian Nutritionist Day.
You nailed that today.
National Registered Dietitian Nutritionist Day. That's what it is. And I got a guest joining me on this Wednesday, Chris Lowell. He's been in several movies and TV shows, and he's got a new one. It's out now on HULU. It's called How I Met Your Father. Now, if you've heard something similar.
That's unique.
How I Met Your Well, this is a spinoff from How I Met. You're going to even see some similar characters in there, some of the same people. Excited to chat with Chris coming up.
At bettercreditcards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at bettercreditcards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. BetterCreditCards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. So much for that excuse. If you're one of those people who claim that they haven't got time to work out, guess what? You're wrong. A new study found that lifting weights for as little as 3 seconds a day can have a positive impact on your muscle strength. 3 seconds a day.
3 seconds?
That's literally just picking them up and moving them out of the way. Researchers in Australia and Japan found that performing a single bicep curl, one curl, can lead to a 10% increase in muscle strength in a month.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I can do that.
We should do a 1 second workout. Oh, wait, no, sorry. It was 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Yeah, who's got that kind of time? Team studied 39 college students who performed a muscle contraction at the max effort for 3 seconds a day, 5 days a week for 4 weeks. Lead researcher said in a release, many people think you have to spend a lot of time exercising, but that's not the case. Short, good quality exercises can be good for your body, and every muscle contraction counts.
That's awesome
That really
news.
is. 3 seconds of exercise a day. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know the 2022 Winter Olympics, I think they just wrapped up, or are they just wrapping up? We have not been watching.
I have no idea. I haven't been following
They
it
might
at
end
all.
up calling them the Olympics on a budget. The games had an estimated budget of $3.9 billion, according to a study. But that sounds like a lot, but that's just 1/14 of the money spent on the record-setting 2014 Olympics. Estimates show ad revenue for the games bring in around $600 million. That's 10% of what the 2018 games did. But the numbers aren't down at every area. America's gold winners will not only bask in the pride of their country, they also cash in to the tune of $37,500. Bringing home silver comes with a bonus of $22,500, while a bronze medal nets a respectable $15,000 bonus.
Okay.
So I didn't realize that the winners get a bonus from their team. Is that what it's from? I don't know how.
No
that
clue
stuff
where
works.
that comes from.
All right. And again, I feel
I don't know
like
if you
I
know
should
this,
know.
but I've never been in the Olympics.
I haven't either. And I feel like I should know if the Olympics are over. I feel silly even saying, is that over? I think it's over. But somebody's going to send me an email now. That's us at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Trevor Noah, host of The Daily Show, is going to be a busy dude next month. He will be the featured entertainer for the White House Correspondents Association dinner. That is April 30th. And it's going to be the first time the event's been held in a little while because of the pandemic and other things that were going on. And then that is on April 30th. But April 3rd, Trevor Noah, Daily Show, is scheduled to host the Grammy Awards. So he's got two big gigs coming up next month. And just when you thought these two couldn't be any cuter, Zendaya and Tom Holland, the Spider-Man No Way Home couple,
Okay.
they're really serious at their relationship goals. They're going to start taking their romance to the next level by moving in together. Settling down in southwest London, 4 miles away from the British actor's hometown, in a new $4.1 million 6-bedroom home.
Oh, it's nice to see they're taking it slow.
They're right next door, or in the same vicinity as Angelina Jolie, Mick Jagger, and Venom star Tom Hardy. So, in case you need to borrow a cup of sugar or something.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. The internet's obsession with 5-letter word games has spawned a number of spin-offs. This puzzle game called Wordle has taken the world by storm. Well, in addition to that, we have other ones like Lordle of the Rings.
Oh, wow.
You have 5-letter names from the words that are in the Lord of the Rings series.
Okay.
So Lordle of the Rings. Also Dordle, where you must solve for 2 5-letter words simultaneously instead of 1. Players get 7 guesses instead of 6, but each guess of 5 letters counts for both words. I don't know what that means. Absurdle.
I've never played any of these. Have you played?
No.
Have you?
Following
No.
the same format as Wordle, Absurdle keeps a record of 2,315 possible 5-letter words. Players must essentially trap the game into AI, into solving just one, apparently. And then Hello Wordle allows players to select how many letters from 4 to 11, and it's randomized. And then Mathler. It's a mathematical version of Wordle. So Mathler gives you solutions, and then you have to go backwards using algebra. All of this sounds like homework to me.
It really does.
And it says some Wordle fans would like to have a Wordle with the New York Times. Since the newspaper's purchase of the game, many players think it's become too hard. One disillusioned Wordle-ler wrote, ever since NYT bought Wordle, the game got a little too hard. I ain't playing no more. A lot of spelling errors in this, by the way. Same person added, I had to use 2 diff browsers for extra guesses and still barely got the word. Okay. Another one said, good morning to everyone except for the staff at the NYT and their families and their friends and their pets and their acquaintances. Even the pets? Really? All right. I have not played Wordle. It's not because I don't like it. I just haven't had time. So I'll have to check it out one of these days. Or maybe not. That is your scoop of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of Wordle. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
Aloha. Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at gmdvacations.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Very excited to visit with actor Chris Lowell. You might know him from a bunch of different really cool programs like Veronica Mars. He was on that. Private Practice. Also in a little program called Glow. The Help. Many other things as well. And then now he's in this new project. It's on HULU. Came out last month. It's called How I Met Your Father. Now, when I first heard that, I was like, wait, I think I've heard of this before. Last time it was How I Met Your Mother, but this is kind of a continuation or a little connected story somehow, isn't it, Chris?
Exactly, yeah. So the way the show is inspired by the original How I Met Your Mother, But essentially, the premise is the same. It's this woman in the future, played by Kim Cattrall, who's, a frickin' icon, and she is probably too many glasses of wine deep into telling her son the story of how she met his father. And then we flash back to the present day where we are witnessing this story in real time. And so that's the association with the original. What's fun about this is we're not trying to, it's not a reboot. I'm not playing Ted Mosby or Barney or Robin or any of the original characters, thank God, because I wouldn't do nearly as good a job as those actors did. But it's a completely different new group of friends, but they are still living in the same universe as the original show. So there are plenty of Easter eggs for fans of the original sprinkled throughout the show, whether it's references or set pieces or maybe even characters themselves. And so I think it's got a great pull for fans of the original, but it isn't going to ostracize you if you've never seen it and are just starting fresh.
Now, this came out on Hulu back in January, and again, the whole first season is available for people who want to binge the whole thing, right?
Well, no, that's what's so crazy. Even though it's a streaming platform, Hulu does weekly releases. So I think right now there are about 7 episodes, but there's still 3 more to come. And then we just got picked up for a second season. In season 2, there will actually be 20 episodes, which frankly, I don't know how we're going to do, but it's going to be fun, whatever it looks like.
Creative writers, that's how you're going to do that, and really good actors.
Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, really tired actors and tired writers. But, it's going to be amazing. I mean, it's fun. Any opportunity to keep telling these stories and living in this world is one that I'll happily take.
So when the program How I Met Your Mother was on television, is that a program that you watched quite often?
I literally had not seen one frame of it. Not because I was protesting it or anything. I just missed the ship. I'm like a pop culture black hole.
I get that.
Thankfully, because every single person around me was watching it rabidly and telling me, regurgitating lines to me, I feel like I've seen every episode. It was actually kind of helpful, though, when I booked this job, because I remember I was like, okay, I got this gig. I should watch the original show, and I watched the pilot, which is amazing. But then I very quickly was like, I shouldn't watch anything because the show itself is so iconic that I didn't want to I knew that if I watched the whole show, I would end up trying to duplicate character traits of these different actors, and that would be a disaster for me and anybody that watched it. So I kind of live in a world of blissful ignorance,
there are times that's a good place to be, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, especially when there are these Easter eggs throughout, and I don't want to forecast how excited I am by them. So it's kind of wonderful to be holding a prop absent-mindedly and then have somebody come up and be like, this was like one of the biggest things about the original show, right? And it's like, no, I had no idea, and thank God I did.
But the nice thing is your character wouldn't have known that either, so I think that actually works out really, really well.
Yeah. It's a good acting exercise to not know. I just want to know as much as my character would know. It's the same thing. Everybody keeps asking, are you the father? Do you know who the father is? And the answer is, of course not. If I knew who the father is, I would have told you already on radio, and it would have been a disaster. It's nice to just not know the answer to that question, It makes it easier to focus on, the task at hand.
Well, the thing that's fun about this, I know How I Met Your Mother had a huge fan base, a lot of people, and like you, I was one. I didn't protest it. I just had never really watched it. But I have friends who absolutely loved that show, so I know there's a huge fan base, and I'm sure they're going to find you guys on Hulu. Again, you said there's about 7 episodes out now, and a few more to come for season 1, and then you're working on season 2 right now.
We haven't started working on it yet. We just got the pickup last week, but very shortly. I think we're going to start probably in the spring or early summer.
Well, I'm excited for you. I know you're going to have a ton of success with this, and it's already doing really, really well. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us, Chris. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Again, our guest today has been Chris Lowell from How I Met Your Father on Hulu.
At bettercreditcards.com, our mission is to help you get a better credit card. Why pay more interest than you need to? We have cards with amazing points and perks. If you're not a point person and just want the lowest interest rate, you can find those too at bettercreditcards.com. You can also find credit cards designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card. Give yourself a little credit at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The world's shortest international bridge connects a homeowner in Canada to their backyard in New York. Interesting. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I don't know what I was going to call you. A Chinese entrepreneur is a professional anti-procrastinator whose job is to text and call his clients to make sure they get stuff done. Oh, my goodness. You would be good at that.
I would be good at that.
She helps me stay on task. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Earth orbits the sun at a speed of about 1,000 miles a minute. Yeah.
Oh,
so we're going pretty quick.
Wow, that's pretty quick.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
No high jumper has ever been able to stay off the ground for more than 1 second. Really?
Huh.
That seems like they would be in the ground, off the ground a lot longer than that. And our final fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
200 million roses are sold on Valentine's Day every year.
Whoa, that's a lot.
In the U.S. only. Holy cow.
Guess how many of those I got?
You didn't get none, did you? When I got you some, you yelled at me for getting it. Just stop it. Wow. All right. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's Bernie Carrick, former New York City Police Commissioner. If you own a gun, you need to check out StopBoxUSA.com, the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home and get instant, reliable access to that gun. It's an awesome weapon retention product, especially if you have little kids at home or frequent visitors. Get access to your gun in under a second. StopBox is the safest solution to keep a firearm in your home.
Use discount code RADIO to save 10% at StopBoxUSA.com.
You need to check out StopBoxUSA.com.
Now, RadioTravelGroup.com presents a news headline from somewhere in this world, Dateline United Kingdom. A guy in the UK was working at his computer when he got an alert somebody had logged into his laptop. It had been stolen from his car a couple of days before. The computer security expert quickly logged into the machine remotely, and the woman using it kept closing the pop-up saying that he was there. Eventually, the woman went to the restroom, so the guy went through her Facebook profile, which was still on the screen, to get her info to turn it over to the police. So she stole his computer, and then he was able to log in and find out who she was because she logged into her Facebook account using his computer.
Okay.
That is crazy, crazy stuff.
It really is.
Hey, don't steal somebody's computer. It's not nice. All right. I feel better. Do you feel better after I told people not to steal someone's computer?
Yes.
I made a big difference today,
It's
Heidi.
a nice public service announcement.
It really is. That is a news headline from somewhere in this world.
The Vegas Travel Center is offering 3 days and 2 nights accommodations to Vegas. They'll completely waive the package price. Plus, you get tickets to your choice of activities as well as meals. Jump on this now. Obviously, a deal like this isn't going to last. When they're gone, they're gone. So don't miss out. Just call 605-210-5220 and they'll get you set up for a great getaway. Call now for this special radio offer. 605-210-5220. That's 605-210-5220.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Last year's Squid Game was the most watched Netflix show out there. Not to mention one of the most searched internet queries. Yeah, it was. We talked about this. We've never seen it. We've talked about it. Well, now there's a real-life experience that has been created in Saudi Arabia. The city of Riyadh is home to Giant Squid Game experience, first of its kind in the world, where players are able to take part in all 6 trials from the series: red light, green light, tug of war, the marbles game, the glass hopping challenge, the honeycomb game, and the final showdown. The Squid Game itself, 70 players take part at a time, with each of them receiving invite cards and wearing costumes just like the TV series. But if you're worried about getting killed like they did on the TV series, don't sweat it. This version most likely won't kill you. They say they're not gonna. So instead of glass panels shattering and plummeting to your death, they have sensors, and tug of war is only 3 meters high. Fake deaths or not, the Squid Game is, of course, very popular and has already sold out most of the days. I've got a link to it if you're interested. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time now for The List, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. These are interesting food facts. Where does pound cake get its name? Well, in the 1700s, pound cake was thus named because of the recipe. It contained 1 pound of flour, 1 pound of butter, 1 pound of sugar, and
Holy
1 pound
cow.
of eggs. Yeah, that should have been a 4-pound cake.
It must have made a lot of servings.
Well, probably, I'm guessing. Why does toothpaste mess with taste buds? Pretty much everyone knows not to drink orange juice after brushing your teeth. People don't realize why. It's because the sodium sulfate that makes toothpaste foam also blocks your taste buds' ability to perceive sweetness. I didn't know that. How about this one? Why does honey last forever? Archaeologists have found completely edible honey from all the way back in Egyptian tombs. Well, the chemical makeup of hydrogen peroxide, acidity levels, and a lack of water creates a perfect storm for a long-lasting treat. Honey. Is there anything it can't do? And then our final thing, why does spicy food make you happy? Oh, that's not the final thing. And the next one is, why is chocolate an aphrodisiac? Now, we're out of time. If you want to read those last two, they are
The two best ones.
They are on the list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Aloha! Are you ready to enjoy a little slice of paradise? GMDvacations.com is a family-owned, professionally managed vacation rental in sunny Kauai, Hawaii. Your family will absolutely love the area, and the vacation rental has room for up to 6 guests. Why stay in hotel rooms when you can have your own area at a vacation rental from GMDvacations.com? Visit Hawaii with us and make your trip to this tropical paradise one to remember. On Facebook and Instagram, online at GMDvacations.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. This is from Aunt Avula. It's actually Andrea Martin is the actress, but from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. It says,
Oh, yeah.
what do you mean he don't eat no meat? That's okay. That's okay. I make lamb.
Oh, cute.
I think that's funny. I actually met somebody that says, well, I don't eat meat. And they ordered chicken. I was like, what's that? No, I eat chicken. I just don't eat meat. I'm like, what is that then? That's a meat?
Exactly.
Are you kidding me? That's meat. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to get into this. But I just thought that was a very odd thing. And then same, like, I don't know. I'm not even going to get into this because I don't have nearly enough time for the can of worms I was just going to open. So we're going to move on. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Wednesday.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way courtesy of RadioTravelGroup.com. Shaquille O'Neal. He's a big guy with a big heart.
Huge guy.
Yeah, take a listen to this. Shaquille O'Neal buys a large family a new van, then tips a struggling waitress $1,000. How cool is that?
What a guy.
I know. He had all kinds of good deeds that he did that week during a surprise visit with a family of 11. Carissa Collins and her husband have 9 children. Her popular Instagram account, The Collins Kids, has over 350,000 followers. In a post, she explained how Shaquille surprised her and the family, took them to dinner, bought them a couple of much-needed vehicles. Have no words right now. Today, Shaq blessed us like never before. Like literally no words, she wrote. Last night, we had a surprise visit from Shaquille O'Neal. He took us to dinner as a family at a place called Babe's Chicken. It was so much fun to hang out and eat dinner with him. She said, today, he started off the day by taking us to a Mercedes dealership to get us a new family 15-passenger van.
Holy cow.
It says we were outgrowing the 12-passenger van and the air conditioner wasn't working. It says they didn't have any in stock, so we got to customize an order, and it's going to be here in July. Then he took us for dinner, and he paid for another table's entire meal, not knowing that they were from out of town and they were here on a mission trip. And then he tipped the waitress $1,000. And he found out that her car had broken down today. So he's like, here, I'll give you $1,000. How cool is that?
He does seem like a neat guy, doesn't he?
Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy, big heart.
Yeah,
Oh, I love
sure.
that. I've got a link to that story. There's more stuff if you want to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.